Well, pro-Palestinian sentiments at the nation's leading institutions of higher learning continue to be a hot button issue. Trucks like these take a look with LED lighting and huge displays that show the faces and names of students who signed letters that place blame for the war solely on Israel. The vehicles are on college campuses, including Harvard, Columbia, and the University of Pennsylvania. These trucks part of an initiative by the conservative group Accuracy in Media, which says it's an effort to, quote, expose anti-Semites. The organization already has expanded its reach beyond university streets and is now taking those trucks directly to the students' homes. But in response, other organizations are condemning it as public humiliation against free speech, calling it the potential dangers of what they say is a form of harassment. Jim Malatras is the former chancellor of the State University of New York and joins us live. Jim, thank you so much for your time. First of all, we certainly can see there's one side of this, there's the other side of this. Are there rules or any laws when it comes to non-school entities targeting students? And if not, should there be?
What you're seeing on college campuses, and thank you for having me, is uncivil disobedience right now, which is now bordering on threats. And threats are protected. People have the right to feel safe on their college campuses, whether they are students or whether people from outside the schools are actually threatening students on campus. And you're seeing that all across the nation. Just last night, you saw it at Cornell University in New York State, where Jewish students were being targeted with threats online. And you're seeing that even with threats of physical violence at Cooper Union in New York City recently, where students were trapped inside of a library. So this is deteriorating on college campuses. And it doesn't matter whether you are a person who is associated with the college or not, students have the right to and the legal right to be protected.
And Jim, we spoke to you about this last week, and as you said, this seems to be growing all across the country. Certainly isn't going anywhere anytime soon. But how much responsibility do these colleges have, do these universities have when it comes to protecting their students, but then on the flip side, also allowing for protests, also allowing for free speech?
Schools have to get active. And what you're seeing in the college campuses that are having trouble right now are those who have been more passive and allowing these things to foster, to foment. And what you're seeing is turning into dangerous activities on campuses. So administrations have to get really active here to protect the rights of individuals to come around speech, but also protect individuals and make them feel safe from the threat of violence. And that's an enormous challenge, but it is an enormous responsibility that colleges and universities must actually hold up to so students can actually actively engage.
So we're talking about these trucks and, these LED displays, these pictures, they're able to, get the students private information, but, it is readily available, on public sites. Do you think we're going to see more of this type of, public calling out?
I think you're seeing that more and more. As we talked last week or so, or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how it was growing on college campuses. And now I think you're at a crisis point, quite frankly. It's not gotten better. It's gotten worse, where students are feeling not challenged by their ideas or engaging in their ideas, but they're being threatened. And that's a danger. That is a real danger, because that not only thwarts debate and civil dialogue, it actually puts people's lives at risk. So I feel, unfortunately, you're going to see more of this unless we get much more aggressive across the country on stopping this.
And I think so many times we don't see change until there is something major or catastrophic that happens. But, you just alluded to the danger there. Talk about the potential long-term implications, not only for the groups targeting the students, but also for the students who are at the center of all of this.
I mean, this is not hyperbole, right? You see this on television sets now across the nation more readily than not. You see a video of students trapped in a library fearing for their lives, and that becomes a real discordant point. Someone could get seriously hurt, and I don't think we should wait until someone gets seriously hurt on a college campus in order to protect people's safety while also allowing for the free flow of ideas. Again, it comes down to administrators on college campuses, those administrations themselves, to provide those forums for debate. And I think you have to do those things to ensure people's safety. And I don't want to wait until it's too late and read a headline about how someone got seriously injured because we failed to protect them.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly don't want to wait until it's too late. All right, Jim Malatras, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.